Hello, PC Game Inspector here. Tonight I shall be examining a quaint little title known as Braid. Now, I've heard tales of its artistic majesty, but I shan't be getting my hopes up too high, lest they be dashed. No menu? That is an interesting way to begin. Ah, there it is. This fellow is dressed rather smartly. World 2? Not the number I expected to open the game with, but never mind. I suppose this'll be the story then. I say, this music is rather pleasant, like a massage for one's ears. Collecting puzzle pieces, eh? I don't like where this is going. I suppose I shall follow the illustrated instructions. Here we go. Whoopsie! Well, let's just wind time back a little, shall we? That'll do. Now, to use this thing to prepare... Whoops! We'll soon fix that. Jolly good. This one will be somewhat trickier. And there we go. I can only assume that this key will open the enormous locked door. If not, well, then I'm out of ideas, I'm afraid. There we go. This takes me back to my youth, before all manner of electronic gadgetry made these simpler pleasures obsolete. Yes, I shall bounce on you, sirs, and there's nothing you can do to stop me. Now, I shall need one of these chaps back at the start to reach a particularly high puzzle piece. Lovely. Whoopsie. And again. Little too late that time, laddie. Not quite. Seems I went off prematurely. I'll get it eventually. There we go. Oh dear. I suppose I shall have to locate another castle. It seems there is more to this story than meets the eye. Now, the key appears to be sparkly, and I'm led to believe that such a thing would be unaffected by the reversal of time. Yes, there we go. Quite ingenious. Same goes for this key. So, if I simply wind back the clock, I should carry this key back to the required position, and with time to spare. Wonderful. Now, some of these clouds are sparkly, but others are not. I shall have to use my considerable brain power to solve this one. There we go. I do hope they do not market this game towards uneducated peasants. I fear they would find it much too taxing. This platform is sparkly, I see. So, in theory, I should be able to wind back time and allow the bouncing bonds to land upon it, rather than perishing in the spikes. Yes. I say, a bunny that sounds like a kitty. In any other game, collecting this key would be folly. But not here. Another jigsaw to play with. Oh. That thing doesn't look too friendly. Whoopsie, missed him. Well, nothing a little time manipulation can't fix. Bickering would erupt over drops of gravy spilt onto the tablecloth. I should certainly hope so. Were I to have committed such a frightful dinner-table blunder, my father would surely have administered a well-deserved beating. This is odd. Seems that my movement directly controls the flow of time. This game is nothing if not original. These fireballs are made much easier to navigate with air. Moving to the left will reverse time, causing recently slain enemies to rise from their graves. I say, this is rather tricky. Ah, another puzzle. I say, oh Lord, seems you've been listening in on my prayers. Not that you shouldn't have been, of course. That is your job, after all. Now then, I shall have to carry this key all the way around to... Oh. Well, this is going to be difficult. These books are getting a little saucy for my liking. Seems that my shadow performs any task I cancelled with my command of time. That should come in handy. I do not have time to pull the lever and get back across in time. My shadow will have to do the honours. That is a long jump. Nope, doesn't look like I'm going to make it with this technique. I shall have to think outside the box, as they say. Now, if I am correct, my shadow should now repeat the action. Lovely. Seems there is no escape from this game's puzzles. Well, at least they aren't too time-consuming. I'm still not entirely sure what's going on, but this game has been surprisingly fun thus far. This magic ring has the ability to slow down time, so placement is vital. The ring hovering above should slow down my landing sufficiently that I land on the next cloud. There we go. Oh. 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 I say, these fireballs are not the easiest things to avoid. This is getting a little confusing. World 1 appears to be the last level, just in case we weren't confused enough up to this point. Time appears to be running backwards as standard. Only by reversing time can I move it in the correct direction. I say, is that the princess I've heard so much about? She seems to have been kidnapped by some kind of evil knight. Oh, that wasn't good. Well, I'll quickly undo that. And off we go. Away from the wall of fire. Thankfully, the princess appears to be assisting me by pulling all the appropriate levers. This is certainly more intense than the rest of the game. How nice of her to clear up all that mess for me. I say, what's going on? The fire has dispersed and the princess appears to be sleeping. Seems all I can do is reverse time. You know, running it this way, it's almost as if the princess is more of a hindrance than a help. I say, the knight appears to be rescuing her. From me? But I'm a goodie, aren't I? This is most confusing. These books don't seem to work. This is all very confusing. I say, I appear to have finished the game. Or have I? As confusing as that experience was, it did demonstrate how wonderful it would be to command time. In fact, I believe it is time for a little experiment. I say, Jenkins! Yes, my lord? Come here a moment, won't you? We'll give him a few moments. believe that's long enough. Let's wind back a little, shall we? I say, Jenkins.
Yes, my lord.
I shan't be requiring you this evening. You have the night off.
How very gracious of you, my lord.
Don't mention it, old boy.